A couple years ago, I found out about Cllge tests, and the Cllge tests are the same tests that are given by the College Board or the SATs, right? Yeah, the College Board. And they're a way that you can take a test, like if you know a lot about American history, you can take this test, the Cllge test, and get 3 credits, college credits. And the advantage is that it's like $100. A 3-credit course for $100, which, yeah. And I had my son Sam, I wanted to take this test, and he took the test, and it took him, I thought, oh, he'll study for 3 months, he'll take this test, he'll pass, we'll be good. It took him all year, he took the test, and he didn't pass it. I was like ready to scream. So then I found, I happened to go to the Cllge convention, and I saw Matt's dad there, and I didn't recognize him because he's a coach on the soccer team for Saturday soccer, but he was wearing a suit. I didn't recognize him, but he recognized me. He pulled me aside, and he was standing by the College Plus booth. And he said, oh, are you interested in College Plus? I said, well, I don't know anything about it. And he shared with me what College Plus was. And it's a program that takes kids like my son Sam and motivates them, gives them strategies and deadlines so that they can study for these tests and pass them. And then he pointed out that his son Matt was taking these and was being very successful. As a matter of fact, one time in tears, I called Matt and his mother and I said, oh, Sam needs help, he's not doing very well. And his mother held my hand while Matt took Sam aside and said, look, bud, this is what you need to do to be successful. So from there, I will let you take it, Matt.
All right, thank you. First off, just thank you for having me here tonight, and I hope I can show you guys just an amazing opportunity that could be right for your own kids. And I'm Matthew, and I was homeschooled from when I was born all the way through high school. And what happened was that my family and I, we were at the Cllge convention, and that's where we first heard about College Plus. We went through some different seminars, learned a little bit about it, and we thought it was interesting, going, hey, maybe this is something that could be done. So then I finished my junior year in high school, and the way my mom is with our studying and learning things, I had all my high school credits done. So I could have done another year of a senior year in high school and really have not much credit added to my college or anything, or we thought, Ryan, why not just go ahead and start college? And we're going, well, there's this College Plus, it's a great, or it looks great, let's give it a try. So I signed up, and getting ready to start, I was 17 years old, and pretty much they were talking with me on the phone, going, okay, here's what we're going to do. You know, you can do it in 2 years if you put in the time. If you're really focused, you can do this. And they believe that they go, you could do this on your own, but it's very, very hard. And there's always different rule changes and different things that happen. So they go, what our service does for you is that they give you a coach. And this coach will call you up every 2 weeks. And I had a coach from Texas, David, and he went through the exact same program I did. He got a business degree in general management, and that was the same degree I was going for. And he went with me, and he talked to me, and he goes, okay, here's our process, here's what you need to do. Gave me encouragement, prayed with me over the phone. It was just just fantastic, with him helping me through it. So, but before I started studying on actual courses and that, they make you take they don't make you take it, but they highly recommend that you take these 3 courses to help you study. And the first part is memory. They have a memory course that you learn a little bit on how to memorize and how to remember information. Then they taught a speed reading course, because with this style of earning a degree, you have to read a lot. It's a lot of reading for books. You're not having someone talk to you in front of the class and say, here's what you need to make sure you know. You have to know almost everything, or a good majority. So they went through a speed reading course, and if I remember correctly, I think I was at 200 words a minute. And after taking that course, I got to like 400, 500 words, right from taking that course. So it was fantastic. So then, and then finally, another thing that they really want you to do is a life purpose planning. Because when you're in high school and starting college, you might have an idea where you want to go, but you don't know exactly what you want to do or what you can do in your life. So this gives you some ideas to think, okay, where do I want to be a year from now? Where do I want to be 5 years from now? Where do I want to be 10 years from now? And get some actual steps and goals to actually complete that. So after those three, I went right into testing. And there are multiple kinds of tests. And the number one that you mentioned was Cllge. And a Cllge test, it's pretty much just, it's a test, a pass-fail test. And all the tests I took with these Cllge, and there's also called Dante test or DSST. And these tests you take, it's pass-fail, and you just need to get a certain, or they have some sort of rate scale behind the scenes, and if you reach that specific level, you get the credit. So I tested out doing that. I tested out of 120, my degree was for 120 credits. I tested out of all of them except for 6. So that's what I did. And these tests, it's about $100 for a test. It's that cheap, and then to do. And also with the, they also, right after you start doing some tests, they also start helping you plan. So they have an academic counselor actually call you up, and they talk over, going, okay, hey, what degree do you want? And they get a kind of an idea of what you want to do, and then go, okay, you're going to need to take this course and this course and this course, and you have maybe, okay, you've got 2 choices. You can take the Cllge here, you can take the Dante. We know from experience the Cllge test is very hard, so we recommend you do the Dante. And then they'll also go, oh, maybe here's another, well, we got this test, or you can take the course. So you can take the Cllge or the course. So they kind of help you through and really give you that knowledge and experience from other students on what to do. And they plan out your whole degree. So they planned out my whole 4-year degree. Every course I needed to take that would actually be accepted at the college I was going to graduate from. So they had it all planned out already. So I was ready to go. And actually, that really never changed. Actually, that same layout they started with me at the beginning, 2 years later when I graduated, it was pretty much the exact same format. So when we do these tests, you don't have someone presenting, so you have to do it's a lot of reading. So I would read, sometimes depending on, they would give me resources, they go, here's some good resources, and I would read the books, so there'd be like 2 or 3 books, and I would read them 2 or 3 times, and just really try to soak in the information and get as much in as I could. And also there's many different online resources, like there's Instant Cert, and now College Plus. They actually came up with what's called the Learning Network, which is just online flashcards that help you go through and really focus on specific areas of that kind of test and what you need to know. Also, the measuring stick in being ready for a Cllge test is this book right here, the official Cllge study guide. And I would always use this book and my coach, David, he goes, use this book. He goes, because if you can get for most tests, if you get a 60%, he goes, you're good enough, you'll be able to pass the test most of the time. And that's what I went by, and actually it worked. I got through I got through all the tests, and sometimes I was even lower. I was at 50%, and I would still go, and sometimes I was at 70%. And it's a great measuring stick. And it took me about 2 years to finish my degree, throughout, from start to finish. It was 2.5 years in like total time, but I took the summers off and had some time off, so 2 full years of actual schooling. And I graduated from Thomas Edison State College. It's in New Jersey, but this college only accepts people 21 years old or older. So I'm 18 years old, but College Plus has a deal with them. They go, look, we have students here who get 90 credits by testing out. Would you accept them to, just finish out their degree? And Thomas Edison State College allows me to do, or allows students to do that with the College Plus program. So they would, so I signed up. I had about 90 credits at the time, and I went through, was finishing up some more of my tests, and there's five tests for my specific degree, because they offer multiple different degrees, and some of them you might have to take actual more courses, and others you can test out of more. My business degree, I was able to test out of everything except for 5 tests. Now, out of those 5 different tests, 2 of them I had to take courses with, and the other 3 I had to take what's called a TSEP test. It's a Thomas Edison State College official test, so similar to a CLEP, but it is a lot more, it's a lot tougher than the CLEPs and the Dantes. So I took my 2 courses first, and then I went and took the 3 TSEPs. And what was...
Did you take the courses there or online?
You can take them online.
Okay.
So you can take them there in New Jersey if you want to, but if you want. But yes, I did it online.
So you never went to New Jersey?
So I never went to New Jersey.
Did you ever set foot on the campus?
Never set foot. Never did.
No, they might have a monument to you. You have no idea.
The unknown student.
Yeah, Matthew, yeah. Everybody knows you.
It's like Kentucky from there.
So what was great about this the most is that, and what I love about this program is that they give you a coach, they're mentors, they're people who know what they're doing, people who've gone through this process. So I had that support where if I had there was a test that I had such a hard time with, I'm like, I'm having, I can't do this, I'm not understanding it. And they go, okay, and they talked to some of their people and they sent me their notes when they took the test and what they wrote out. So it was just, and it really did help me with the test. And this style is very flexible, and that's what I love the most about it, because I was able to be able to study and get, to learn the information, but I was also able to still be with my family. I was also still able to have fun and be an actual kid. I was also in young adult. Also, I love computers and programming. I'm really into that kind of stuff. I was able to continue to learn computer programming and learn those computer skills. And actually those skills that I was, instead of being 24 hours and trying to pass a course or make sure I knew the information for a professor, I was able to learn what I want, or learn the college information, but at the same time learn something that I loved, and that was programming. And also this degree set up that if you're working, you can work and do this program and still possibly get a degree in 2 years. But I didn't work. I wanted to focus on school. That was my focus. So after I finished my degree, and just to give you some numbers, but these are numbers from 2 years ago, to get a 4-year degree, bachelor's degree from a public college is $40,000 total. If you want to go to a private college, it's about $116,000 for a 4-year degree. My degree, my mom added everything up that we spent, totaled $13,600. And
right from start to
from
finish.
start to finish, and I finished the degree in 2 years compared to the normal 4 years that it takes at college. And actually, some people did a study with Ohio State a few years ago going, can you actually complete a degree in 4 years by getting the required classes in your semesters? And it was very hard to. So if you go to college, it might take you, depending on the college or what it is and what degree, it would actually be 5 years, and that's even more money on top of that. So so after going through all this and actually getting my degree, I then started job searching, and I went and interviewed with some different people. I actually had I was looking for programming because I really love programming, and every interview I went to, I I'm an Eagle Scout. I was really into scouting. And one of the things I always heard is that they're going to talk about your Eagle Scout. You know, it's something major. People are really going to, you know, they're going to ask you about it. They never asked me about it. They're like, you got a degree. How did you get a 4-year degree? It doesn't make no sense. So so I got to talk about that. And I had an opportunity to interview with the Cleveland Clinic. And I was about a programming position. And they go, wow, 2-year degree in 4 years, that's fantastic. I couldn't even done that. I'm not disciplined enough to sit down and actually study and do what it takes to do that. And then after some other interviews, I interviewed with Cllge, which is a subdivision of Xerox. And it's a printing and copier selling industry. And when they were looking for an application developer, and I went in and interviewed for the position, and they went, you're 2-year degree and you're a 4-year degree in 2 years. That's amazing. They were going, well, we don't see this. And that's where I am now today. I think like 7 or 8 weeks, something like that in. And I'm working, I'm having a fun time. And to think about, I would be finishing my starting my junior year or starting my senior year if I went right to college after high school. So I finished my degree in 2 years at 19, and I'm working because of this great program, and I saved money, 40,000 minus 13,600, that's a lot of money saved that now I can use for, now I'm not in debt. School loans and the interest rates, it's crazy out there. And it sets me up too that now I can go on and go for more like a master's program. I'm looking into Malone College for a degree in organizational leadership. But I'm also, there's another one I saw at Kent State, because since I love computers and I'm really into that, it's a long title degree, Information Architecture and Knowledge Management with a focus in user experience design.
So you might go to college.
Yeah, yes. And what's funny is this program is set up online. Online with people, for people who work jobs. Yeah. So it's set up for that. So it's like so yeah, I might never ever step foot in a college. But then again, I did go to the college to take the test, because these Cllge and Dantes, you can't take them at home. You have to any university, you go to their testing center, most likely they can offer a Cllge or Dante test. You just call up the people. I went to Akron U, and the people there are fantastic. I mean, they're great. I mean, those two ladies were fantastic. They helped me, they were actually encouraging, and they just helped me through the process. And I guess the most important thing I can say with this is that, doing this program, it set me up for the future. It set me up that I could get out, I learned the information, and now I can focus on what I love with computers and programming, and actually get a job and get paid for, doing something that I love. And also now I can focus on more advanced, like a master's degree, more education like that. So it's just fantastic. I'm thankful that God gave me the opportunity to have College Plus and the coaches and just everything they helped me through. And I hope that your kids would be able to do something like this too. One thing that I learned in scouting is that they always said is that if you can see it, you can be it. And if your kids can see themselves doing this and having a degree in 2 years, they can be it. So that's it. Thank you again. Thank you for listening. And
Thank you.
if you have any questions, I'm sure.
For the Cllge tests, how often are they offered, and how long is the Cllge test?
Cllge tests, it's about an hour and a half it takes to take. You have about that much time to take the test. They offer it whenever the testing center is open. So at Akron,
So whenever you were ready, you could just go take
yes.
it. Okay.
So whenever you're ready with the club test, you go ahead and you take it. So for me, I had my average time was about 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to actually test out of the course. A couple of the tests I was able to do in 2 days. And then there's some others that took a month. So it just depends on the course and depends on how you do. Yes?
Is your experience typical of most, or are you the poster child?
I don't know statistically.
Do you know other people that were able to do
yes,
it in 2 years?
I know quite a few people have done it in 2 years.
Okay, so it's not, you're not like this person
No,
that's way out.
some people take, I mean, it depends. Depends on the person, depends like if they're working or if you want to, you know, it's very flexible, so it depends on the person. I know the CEO of Cllge Plus, he did his degree without any resources, so he did it 100% on his own. He got his 4-year degree in 6 months. But he locked himself in a closet. So I wasn't going to lock myself in a closet, so it took me 2 years.
Do they have an age limit on who can do these?
Yeah, you want to do it too?
I'm taking enough classes.
There is no age limit for the club or Dante test.
I mean, my husband wants his degree.
So no age limit. For college,
How much is it, man?
how much?
Yeah.
My degree total.
No.
Oh,
Like just the
Cllge Plus. If I'm remembering, the first year for coaching is $2,000, and then for every extra year is then another $1,000.
Did you have the same coach through the whole thing?
I did not. My coach was with me for 1.5 years. And what happened was that he was, at the same time as I was doing my degree, he was going through law school. And then after he graduated and actually went into a law firm. And then I got another coach who helped me through, and actually he was a graduate of Thompson State College and really helped me through that. And then he had another job that popped up and he wasn't able to do it. And they had someone from South Korea who actually went through the same program, tested out in South Korea, and got his degree from Thomas Edison State College.
Maybe you came to the States.
Yeah, but you went to graduation, not math.
Can I just say that for a computer geek person, you are a very good public speaker.
Yes.
You might want to look at that too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do they have a wide variety of degrees? Does it matter? Is there like only a certain set of degrees that they do this with, or?
On their website, they give you a list of degrees. There's different business, entrepreneurship, computer science, music. They've got a bunch. They actually, I think they had pre-law and pre-med, but I'm not sure. This degree, it's perfect for like business, perfect for those. But if you want to be like a doctor, you want to be, something like an engineer, you might still be able to test out of some of these tests because. Okay, think about if the beginning of most degrees, it's U.S. history, it's algebra, it's those simple tests. So you could test out of 30 credits and save you 1 year of college, just from money and tuition and everything. So.
What were you using to study to test out? You said you'd work on something for 2 weeks and then test out, or 2 months.
I would. They give you a list of different resources that you can buy, books, and so I would read those books. I would read. I would get most of the time I had at least 2 books, sometimes 3 and 4, and I would read through the whole book and then read it again and again. So I read about each book about 2 to 3 times, and then there's some online like flashcard, note card type programs, Instant Cert, and Cllge Plus has their own version that they created called Learning Network.
So Cllge Plus gave you all the references
yes.
and told you what to look
exactly. They give you everything, and that's what was great about it is, they go, here you go, this is what you need, here's some experience. And actually, I was supposed to, I said my degree was pretty much when they planned that, the academic counselor, It was like, here's how it's going to look. There was one test on there that halfway through my degree, the club people, they changed it. They changed the test, and it got very, very hard. And it went from like a pass rate of 90% to like a pass rate of less than 10%. So it was like very hard, and they go, you don't want to take this test. And I mean, if you really want to, you can, but they were able to give me that knowledge going, let's look at something else.
Plus the Cllge study guide, as you said.
Yes, and this, I measured, most all these Cllges and Dantes, they are multiple choice. So you would just learn that. Now there is some of the math tests, they have fill-ins, so like for math answers, and there is also English, one where you have to actually write an essay, and I think it was 45 minutes. So, yes?
So they sent you your degree by mail? Is that how you got your college degree? They sent it in the mail to you?
Well, they mailed it to me, yeah.
You
Yeah,
could have
the
gone there
diploma.
to matriculate,
Well,
right?
if you
Yeah.
don't go to graduation, that happens anyway.
Yeah.
Send us all your money.
So,
Right.
yeah.
So they actually sent it to you, so you didn't even
Yeah.
have to show up for that if you didn't
No.
want to?
So,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Thank you. If you have any questions,